Okay, this is Josh Reynolds. This is summer 3 at the University of Houston downtown, and this is Social Work 3362, Human Behavior in the Social Environment. So hopefully you'll just be here. So today is the start of actually summer 3. So there are two sections. It's one class, just from think about from my perspective for a second. So I'm taking the old materials that were from I think a spring or fall semester, and I've created the course for a 5-week online summer course, which is what we're doing now. So if you don't have information yet in Blackboard, it'll be up later today. Today is Tuesday, first day of class. I'm sorry, today is Monday the 9th, the first day of class. Monday, July 9th, 2018. So after, by the end of today, by midnight tonight, which is will be the 9th/the 10th, everything will be uploaded. So I'm going to upload this in the afternoon, and then as all the materials are ready, as the class roster, which is always the last thing to kind of get finalized. So once I know who all of y'all are, and we'll be able to create my grading book, that kind of stuff, then we'll be good to go by midnight. So you'll see a bunch of announcements that are about your syllabus will be there, the new one. So one class has nothing in the Blackboard right now. The other class actually has, like I said, a shell of a previous semester. Ignored either way. It'll be the new stuff coming, and you can also see the timestamp on it from me today and tomorrow, actually. So this is social work, like I said. So you'll see a bunch of stuff, the syllabus, the expectations for the course, how it's going to work. And then the course is fully online. So again, this is social work 3362. So each week it's going to be asynchronous class, which means we're not going to have any class meetings. I'll post these videos, and then you'll respond, or you'll send me submit your homework, you test, that kind of stuff as well. So if you haven't taken an online class before, a lot of y'all have. If you haven't, it's a lot more do it yourself. You can do your homework at 2 in the morning, or that's when you can attend class. For working professionals or people who have a lot of other classes, or just the way, if we're up late, then why do we take classes at 9 in the morning? Why not do it online and do the work at midnight if that's what you do? Some people, stay up late, kind of sleep late. I get up early, but whatever your schedule is. Online is the way of the future, and they're either synchronous classes where we're actually doing the class face-to-face in real time, let's say on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. for class. Then there's asynchronous, which is when I upload stuff, and you get it, you go through it at your own pace, given the deadlines, and then you send it back to me. So synchronous means at the same time, asynchronous means back and forth, kind of not necessarily at the same time. If you have other questions about an online class, this is the only time they really talk about that. But you can go to the talk to your advisor, or there's student centers for all these things. So there's a technology center, and they'd help you out in terms of how to do a summer course, how to download Zoom, and do all the other things that you'll need. Now, summer will be less than if you're doing like a full semester-long course, for like a 16-week course. You'll be posting videos, doing that kind of stuff. This is going to be more standard, like straightforward essays and tests and that kind of stuff. Just because 5 weeks is not a lot of time to get through material. And I know that some of y'all are taking multiple electives if you're a non-social work major, or if you are taking multiple social work courses. Okay. So about this class itself, I'm an adjunct professor of social work. I'm a social worker by training, and I've been teaching at UHD for a few years now. I'm teaching for a long time. And I was a nonprofit executive and retired last year. And now I'm starting a consulting business and trying to go back to school myself, actually. The way that online classes work is that I'll be available every 24 hours for the entire 5 weeks. So I'll check kind of this information, the Blackboard announcements and stuff, kind of like when I check my Gmail. You get on your computer, once at night or whatever your process is. So if you don't hear from me, give me 24 hours. If it's an emergency, you can find me through the school. But an emergency is not you're having trouble submitting the document. You shouldn't have waited to the last minute, right? An emergency is, and you can see this on the syllabus, everything will be in the syllabus, is that if there's a medical emergency for you, yourself, or a family member, of course, but other than that, frankly, you're paying to be here. We're paying to have, they're paying me to have standards to teach this class, right? You're paying the university who's paying me to teach this class, so I can do it the right way. So give me 24 hours to respond, and if you don't hear in that time, you can find other ways to get a hold of me, but you will. So I'll usually probably check things in the morning and then later in the afternoon, and then only at night when I'm actively teaching and doing something else, because otherwise I'm checking it all night, right? So if you send me something at 10 one night, let's say the next morning the assignment's due at 9 a.m. and you send a message to me at 10 p.m. the night before, And you're like, where is he? Is he just ignoring? No, I'm not. I'm probably trying to have a life and hang out with my kids or cook dinner every once in a while or something. Just like read a book, right? Play some video games or whatever. So if you email me at 10, make sure you give me 24 hours to respond. In that case, the assignment's going to be due before you're going to get a response. Because I used to check this stuff at midnight, and then I was up all night every night, and that's not how it should be. If you have a question, don't wait till the day before. And so what I'll say is the best thing in life that I can teach you, right? The content in this class is great, but people who work the hardest and smartest are the ones that they want out of their career. So whether you're going to be a social worker, and I'll see you again, in class, or if you're not a social worker, just say this is an elective. You're going to have a career, you're going to have a life, and a lot of people kind of sit back and wait for things to happen, wait till the last minute, and then it's always someone else's fault why it didn't happen, or if they have a good life or whatever. But you can have a great life, and the only way to really do it is you hustle after it really hard, but really smart too. So if you know there are going to be computer problems at some point, why wait till the day before or the 5 minutes before or the hour before to submit? So if I give you, let's say a week to do an assignment because of summer school, right? And it's due at Sunday at midnight. And we'll talk about all the scheduling will be in the actual syllabus itself. And I'll give you prompts. So I'll give you I'll have the syllabus, then I'll do weekly little videos to give you prompts about, don't forget this is due next week. I'll be here for questions as well. But really, again, this is online is kind of like how the rest of your career is going to be. At some point, no one's watching over your shoulder. You got to do it yourself. I'll be here, but again, if it's less than 24 hours beforehand, I may not respond. So if I give you a week to do an assignment, instead of, and I'll get to you like Monday, says due next Sunday, right, at midnight. So instead of waiting until next Friday or Saturday and start looking at it, spend like 30 minutes, just 20 or 30 minutes looking at it on like Tuesday or Wednesday. Figure out, kind of sketch it out, figure out the questions. So you binge like 3 episodes of like, I don't know, Atlanta season 2 instead of like 2 episodes or 4 episodes, whatever, right? And it takes you an hour to do this. Well, now you're like, oh, these are things I don't understand with the assignment. Maybe I wasn't clear, right? Ask me that. But again, if you ask me that 5 minutes before it's due, what do you, how's that going to work, right? Your responsibility is to get the assignment in. I'm here to help you. You have to ask and ask early, right? So whatever questions you have, just ask from the very start. I love questions. I ask a lot of questions myself. But that's how you get ahead in life. You take it, right? You don't wait for it. You take it. And again, being proactive doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's the equivalent of getting up 5 minutes earlier than you do right now every day. So if you get up at like 6:10, get up at 6:10, and your whole life has changed. So that extra 5 minutes and that routine and discipline that can set the path for success for everything. And I became an executive director before I was 35 years old. So that may have been luck or privilege or whatever, but I may also kind of know what I'm talking about. So what I expect from you is hustle and hustle the right way. And if you don't do that, that's okay, but you're gonna have to live with whatever the thing. What had happened is not an excuse for me, right? Your lack of planning to plan ahead of time, that's not an emergency. But if you come to me like, I don't really understand this, of course I'm gonna give you insight, right? And I'm happy to. And it's not like I meant to leave out these things, but there's so many details. You have to leave something for y'all to figure out too. That's how life works. So turn things in early, ask your questions early, and you're gonna do great. And if you don't, that's cool too, but then kind of you're leaving up to fate. So never leave it to fate. The rest of the rules will be based on the social work department and our, again, I'll post all this stuff, but all the bylaws that we have and rules and regulations. So it's your responsibility to know that stuff. Think of them kind of as laws because you're in school and you gotta abide by the process, right? I'll give you a week in advance for everything. It'll all be on the syllabus, but I'll give you all the details. The assignments due at the end of the week, at the beginning of the week. And again, this is Central Time. If you're taking this fully online, this is Central Time, USA. We're in Houston. And so the week will be an actual week, it'll start at Monday, basically at midnight, 12:01 or whatever, and then it'll end Sunday at midnight. So, like I said, spend some time in the first couple of days to look over this stuff, and that way you're not freaking out on Friday or Saturday. Other than that, I wish you luck and happy to answer questions about the subject matter, and we'll get into that more fully. Been doing that for a long time, but also I'll push you about the process of the online course. So I wish you the best, and it'd be great if everyone made A's. Some people don't like that as professors. I'm like, great, that means we did a good job, right? But you got to earn it. So your grade is your grade. I hope everyone earns an A. I would love that. I would love for someone to be like, why is everyone making A's in your class? I'm like, look at all this work. It was good. That's why, right? But that's really up to you. So best of wishes in your journey. And I'll make a shorter one of this kind of introductory video. I'll make a shorter one of these videos every week, just so you're on top of stuff. And with that, I'll put in an announcement with things are due. Read this. Here are the things to think about. Here are the posting schedules, and here's what's due by the end of the week. And we'll go from there. All right, guys. Best wishes.